Hey, what's going on, kids? Jeff Preventure here, High Gear Automotive in Rochester, New Hampshire. Got another one here. Customer's 2012 Hyundai Accent. Uh, Complaining of an airbag light being on. So we got it in here. Got the scan tool plugged into it, and we'll see if we can figure out what's going on. So let's check out the codes first and see what we got. Alright, so scan tool, scanner, we go down to Hyundai, auto ID, she is automatically IDing right now. Oh, we got the key on? Yeah, we got the key on, we're good. Just moving slow. There we go. 2012 Hyundai Accent 1.6. That is our girl right there. Airbag. Event number 1. Code. Active codes. We got B1481. Driver airbag resistance too high, second stage. Now, this car, the way it's designed, it has 2 stages to fire off the airbag, depending upon the incident you get involved in when the airbag blows up in your face. So, they fire off differently. There's a first stage and a second stage. Depending upon your accident you get in, determines which fires off when. So our problem here, second stage too high. So pretty much 2 or 3 things are going to cause that. Module problem, wire problem, airbag problem, and clock spring problem. So I guess we got 4 different things there, right? So I'm communicating with the module. It seems to be working okay as far as that goes. So I'm going to make the assumption that the module is okay. I can't really test the module. I can't test that circuit in the module because that would be blowing the airbag off, and we're not going to do that. So we're going to assume that that is okay. The airbag itself could be a problem. Again, kind of expensive. It has not blown up, so it's still intact. So I think the airbag is probably okay. I'm going to make that assumption. And as far as wiring goes, I mean, this car's pretty clean. It's in pretty good shape. I don't believe it's been in any accidents. No obvious signs of that happening. Experience pretty much tells me it's probably got a bad clock spring. So we got a clock spring for it from Hyundai. Not really too interested in putting in aftermarket airbag parts. Some of them are available. Not a good idea. I'm not really interested in trusting my life or anybody else's life on an aftermarket airbag part. There's just too many problems, too many aftermarket issues, especially nowadays. I'm just going to go straight to the dealer and go with the OEM part. So that's what we got. So let's get to changing that sucker out. Alright, so very simply, first thing you do when doing airbag work is we're going to disconnect the battery, because I don't want it to blow up in my face. So we're going to disconnect the battery, 10 mil, buzz that off the ground, take that off very simply, tuck it down on the side there. Make sure it's not going to magically come up on its own and contact the battery, because you don't really want that to happen at the wrong time. That would suck. So I just got to tuck down on the side there. And then we'll get to work inside and start getting that wheel apart so we can change the clock spring out. Alright, back in the car now. We're going to pop our airbag retaining screws out. So if we look down on the side here, where the heck is it? Right there. You can see There's a screw right there. So it's a number 30 Torx, so we got a number 30 Torx set up. It's kind of deep in there, so you're going to need something kind of long and narrow to get into there to get that out. So we're going to pop that sucker out right now. That one loose, and there's one on the other side as well. Pop that one out. That one. We should be able to wiggle our airbag assembly out. And pop white connector out. And there were two retainers here on the back here. These come with your new clock spring. These are part of the clock spring, so we're going to pop up that retainer with the pick, and pop that one, take this, peel that off, and take our airbag and set our airbag aside somewhere safe. Alright, we got our airbag set aside. Next step is going to be to pull off the steering wheel nut right in the center here. 21 millimeter. We'll buzz that off. Put that aside. And the next step would be to take and put a puller. You pull off these two holes right here, and then push in on the center of the shaft here, the steering shaft, and then pull your steering wheel off. I'm gonna try and do something it's a little bit quicker, save a little bit of time, and it's a pretty good trick. If you don't happen to have a puller, you can give it a shot within reason. If it's not gonna work, don't force it, get the puller. But we're gonna try and do this without the puller. Probably works a good 80-90% of the time pretty easily, so we'll get to that. Alright, so what I got here is I got my air hammer with a punch bit on it. I'm going to take and I'm going to put that right in the center, hit it. At the same time, I'm going to pull back on the steering wheel. Got one knee underneath the wheel I'm going to pull back with, and then I'm going to use my hand with the other, and at the same time hit it with the air hammer here and see if it pops right off. So let's see what happens. You have to excuse the airline here. It's leaking, so it's going to be kind of noisy and annoying for a second. It is the most annoying sound in the world, believe me, in my opinion anyway. So one knee underneath, somebody up top, like this. Pop it. That's all it took. That's off now. Steering wheel. We're going to feed our wires through the hole here. There we go. Alright, take our steering wheel, set that aside. And we'll get some E-light going on there. There's our clock spring right here. So take a Phillips here and these out. Screws aside. That one pops up. And I can't really get all the clearance I want here without possibly screwing something up, so I'm going to take the screw out of the bottom here, the plastic on the steering column. Find it. There it is. Let's get that bottom screw out. Just take the tilt lever and fold it down. That's going to give us all the clearance we want. So if you look at the way the clock spring works here, it's going to come pinned, right? So you can't turn it. So you want the steering wheel centered, and you want to keep your clock spring pinned. There's a little ribbon in here as you turn it. If you overturn it, you'll actually snap the ribbon, and then your clock spring's junk. So you just wasted almost 300 bucks. So I'm going to keep this pinned and locked in place while we do this. Make sure we got our steering wheel centered. And so if you look at it, we have these little retaining tabs here. So we got 1, 2, 3 tabs here. So we're gonna kind of release these tabs and pull the clock spring out towards us forward. And it should come out. And then I'll try and unplug it. So pull that one, hold a little tension on it. From here, little tension, and then the top one. Where is it? Oh, right here. Oh, there we go. That. Pull that out off the shaft. And now we'll release our 3 plugs. 1, 2, and then our center one is to actually for the airbag itself. Pop that one off. With our clock spring. We'll take this thing, throw that sucker in the garbage or on the floor. And now we're going to grab our new one, put our new one on. Keeping it keyed in, and goes on in the exact opposite way we took the old one off. So I'm going to do this here. Don't want it going there. Plug that one in. You in. You in. Take our clock spring. Slide it up over the shaft. All the wires all look good. Everybody's where we want to be. It's going to just fit right in and snap right into place. Just like that. So now we can pull our little dope baggie off here. Well, from there, what I'm going to do is pull our retainer off now. See, so now it'll turn. I'm going to keep it, make sure we stay straight up. Make sure you don't cross up your screws here, the 3 holding the cover on. They are different. Somebody's had this apart before. Put our cover on. Let's put our airbag wire in through here. Down. Keep our clock spring straight and our steering wheel straight. Good. Grab our nut. Put a nut on. That on. Tighten that up. Alright, so I just got a half-inch drive ratchet, my 21 mil socket here, and I'm just going to tighten this up by hand. Hit it with the little impact, like little electric impact, but I just want to do it by hand because I just want to know that it's tight. It is a steering wheel. Last thing you want is your steering wheel coming loose. So I'm just going to grab onto that, hold it, and just make sure she's tight, and she is tight. So that's not going to go anywhere. We get that tight. Next thing I'm going to do is grab my airbag, and I'm just going to plug this guy in. Grab it from the side so I don't push my retainers down in there by accident. Sure I'm going... Am I going the wrong way here? I might be. Yeah, there we go. Right. Push that one in there. And that one in there, and then I can push down my retainers. Make sure they're locked in. Oh, don't want to forget our horn. Don't want to forget this guy. And I think I'll go backwards. Goes like that there. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Stubborn jerk. There we go. Alright, good. She's locked in. There we go. That. Grab our T40 here. Get these started. Make sure we start them by hand. That one started. That one's good. Quick little hit. hit. Those guys should be tight. I'm going to go out and hook up our battery next. Let's go do that. Let's come out here and get our battery reconnected. Want to make sure you're fully seated there on the battery. Make sure the thing's pushed down all the way. I'm just going to come on, just give it a little tap. Make sure it's down all the way. It doesn't really sit down very far, but I guess that's it. Take that, grab a gun, and just a little hit. That ain't going anywhere, so that's good. So next step we're going to do is go in and hook our scan tool back up to it and reset codes. They may be reset already, I'm not sure. We have the battery disconnected, but we're going to go in and clear them out of the computer anyways, because that's the right way to do it. So that's what we're going to go do. Alright, so we're back in the car here. Battery's hooked up, obviously, because we can hear the dinger going off. We'll plug our scan tool in down there. The key on. See what we got here. Alright, so we'll check our codes here. I'm going to go back to... That lighting is terrible. I don't know why is that going on like that, but... Previous vehicle. Vehicle history. Hyundai accent. Continue. We're under airbag. We're going to clear codes. Clear, yes, I'm sure. Clear it again. Just going to get out of there real quick. When you're in that module, it actually disables the airbag system on this tool, so I want to get out of there. Just cycle the key, start it up. And we have no airbag light. Very nice. And just to verify that, we'll run through the codes here real quick. But active codes, I'll zoom in there. It says no codes. No codes to display. You see the airbag light came on when I entered the module. Disables that system. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to exit the module here on the scan tool, and you'll see that light shut off when I get out of there. Stopping communication. We are out of there, and the airbag light shut off. So that's why it just came on there. But just gonna go out, do a quick test drive with it, make sure nothing is wrong, and we should be good to go.